I've been into the talent acquisition space over a decade of experience. Started with a consulting background, been there for a couple of years to understand how the ABCD of recruitment, and then eventually started my first corporate experience with HackerRank, and then with GCC setup of Traveloka in India, then with Slice to a unicorn status. Currently with Fincent as a head of people, looking after both TA and then culture. We are a seed-funded company. It's a 4-year-old organization. We cater to the US, typically bookkeeping as a service. Really, as an RMs or as an account managers, ideally you should do that kind of a health check, right? I mean, it's not a small amount that you are paying, whether it's a small or big. End of the day, customer is a customer. We're also B2B company. Right. Ideally, you should do that kind of a health check whenever that you have those trigger points. Even if they are not bothered about it, ideally you should do your job, right? I mean, you give that kind of a prior heads up. Hey, maybe you're not using it well. I think we have a lot of other features. How we can help you, right? And they made it really, really difficult for me to extract all the information, and which made really we need to work round the clock to make things set up in EquityList. Otherwise, it could have been a plug and play. Very user friendly. I think by just looking at it, I know how to navigate through. Though I've been part of the people, etc., everything, but then it's the first time I'm also handling a ESOPs from a platform standpoint of view. All we used to do is like you get the numbers and then you issue the letters and etc., maintain your Excel. Platform, I didn't even know how it works, right? And my first hand experience with Carter, my second experience with EquityList. The moment I can compare, damn, I mean, this is what I need, right? Very user friendly, everything. I think your financials, which we send it to the investors, the monthly updates, or quarterly updates, or whatever, right? I think that I don't have to do any calculations, including the cap table for that case. Right. As you know, when the investor comes in, either they demand your monthly data of the cap tables, like the financials, right? I mean, the everything, like how does your ESOP pool looks like. That I don't have to. Like, I think you should do it like via Excel. Like founder has to maintain one. The people team also used to have one. And when it comes to happen, right, we always used to cross compare, like whether your data is right, my data is right. There is never a case where our both data are aligned with the same things, right? I'm like, okay, where things went wrong. You need to go through each and every person again and again, but platform though will not do mistakes. That I think eventually it brought down a lot. Now even my founder asked like, hey, how are the things? I can just download the report and then give it to him rather than updating my Excel sheets and then sending it across, right? I think that saved a bunch of time. Not bunch of time, it's completely eliminated that. Now we stopped maintaining our own sheets, right? Including my founder. He don't have to. Now, in fact, employees are quite happy. They are hardly expecting me to issue a letter or the email, and then they don't know whether they will keep that track or not. They have a platform at least where we invested, and then they can actually, through what they can see. I think that should answer. I mean, ideally, then finding out those wow factors, everything looks awesome. First of all, I'm saving a good bunch of cost on updating those kind of not cost, maybe those hours, right? I mean, keep updating those kind of cap tables whenever there is. I mean, we are a startup. There is a series rounds which keeps happening to increase our runway, to invest on our growth, etc. Everything. And whenever there is this cap tables happens, I need someone to update. I mean, typically my legal team is the ones who does all those things, right? And now I don't have to download or send it to them. I can also invite them as part of it. I can actually certainly give them those accesses, which they can only do it, and then they don't have any beyond of these accesses, right? That customization of the access control users. I think that certainly helping me a lot. Now, like earlier, what I used to do, like you download that 409A report, you download that cap table from Tata, you send it to the legals or anyone saying that, or maybe the founder, hey, can you please update it? Then you get it back, and then I start uploading it. You see a lot, rather than you updating and then sending it to me, why don't you just do it in the platform, right? Which also have an access. And then the investors, now ideally I don't have to send a manual data, right? Now there is an investors visibility. Now I'm inviting them onto the platform. They can only see whatever is happening it. There is nothing that I have to really customize and then send it. Maybe disclaimer, it might be available in any other platform, right? I really don't care or mind. But how I'm able to onboard in EquityList, how I'm able to like navigate through all these things is very seamless to me. With one click, with one inviting, right? I mean, people able to get like what they want. That's the value proposition. What I see, it definitely saving out tons of hours. We are all trying to set up the EquityList as a platform, and this is the first time I'm issuing the letters to across the employees. It's like 4 years delay, right? 4 years due. I even remember we have a group including all the founders, everyone. Ashish, even he was available, and then he's like, "Hey, my team is not there, and let me step in." I was like, "Wow, okay." It's more like it's not like my team is maybe like not there, and then can you please reach out later? They were able to solve then and there, and I think Kashish so even she called me. I think while I'm in Mumbai, I think around 8:39. I was on the streets while going back. I was still talking to her. I was like, "Hey, yeah, things are good. Thank you so much." And then she's also able to help me out in terms of navigating. People, I think, definitely played a major role in terms of customer, like how they have taken care of me, right? Just go for it. They have a great support team to get you on board, make you familiar with, and platform itself is much more capable than anything else. It's a very plug and play model, right? I mean, you go for it and then you are able to onboard, and then you yourself will figure it out. If anything needed, then team is there like round the clock. I can assure that, right? So I think no need to, and it's worth of the cost that they're investing. I think I would just say go for it.